will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great.
Bro, somebody go.
Everybody stay down, stay down. We got one down. In there, in there, in there.
What the f?
I just want to go find
Was the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting staged? Well, a lot of people seem to think so. And in fact, I have two videos I want to watch with you guys of two people explaining why they feel that the shooting was staged. Now, me personally, after seeing everything and watching the clips, it looks like a lot to fake. It don't feel fake. It don't look fake to me personally. And a lot of people saying the reason why Trump went through all this effort to fake this shooting is for his ballroom. And I want to ask you guys, are we talking about the same ballroom that Trump is paying for himself? The same ballroom that he's going to get anyway? All right, listen, if you guys think it's fake, okay, cool. I'm not here to argue with anybody. Me personally, you never know with our government. I don't know. In my opinion, it looks like a lot to fake. But in this day and time, you can never be too sure. But before we get into all of that, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And if you have some free time after this video, check out any one of my other YouTube channels for even more incredible content.
I'm sorry, but none of this seems real, like, at all. You've probably heard by now, a suspect armed with knives and guns tried to storm the White House Correspondents' Dinner tonight. The guy's name was Cole Allen, and he was very quickly neutralized by security. But then people online started to do a little bit of noticing. Pause to read. Yeah, I don't know about you, but it's starting to look like one big show, beginning with what Karoline Leavitt said right before the start of the event.
It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
Now, real quick, I am not defending any side, left or right, but the phrase shots fired is a commonly used phrase. Are we really going to make the connection? Now, I'm not saying that the connection can't be made. All I'm saying is that phrase is very commonly used, and especially we talking about Trump. You know Trump is always going to be taking shots at somebody. But anyway, let's get back to what he's saying.
This, by the way, is Trump's first time attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner as president, and CNN ran this article a few hours before saying to expect the unexpected. Within an hour of the incident, Trump tweets out a video of the shooter running through the event, even though still, for some reason, we can't get any moving pictures of Tyler Robinson.
Now, my question is, right, how was this shooter allowed to get in the building with a gun with all of that security in the first place? Now, that is one thing that does have me scratching my head a little bit. But anyway, let's get back to what he was saying.
Then it turns out the shooter, Cole Allen, worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Very interesting timing given all the UFO stories, so cue the conspiracy theorists on this one. And then there were the reactions, starting with Erica Kirk being Erica Kirk.
I just want to go find
I have to say, she looks very upset here, like way more upset than when her husband... Blech.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's fucked up, yo. Yo, that's mad fucked up, bro. Yo.
Then we got Dana White just loving this whole thing.
It started getting noisy. Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in. And
so the president allegedly almost got unalived in that situation. It was awesome, Dana. Okay, all right.
And
a bit of a weird reaction, in my opinion.
It was a pretty crazy, unique experience.
Totally normal reaction to what is supposedly a presidential assassination
I agree with the guy in the video on this one.
attempt. But the most ridiculous thing has to be maybe this coordinated influencer campaign saying this is why Trump needs a new ballroom.
I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
We officially live in the dumbest timeline ever.
So, what do you guys think about what he had to say in this video and what he presented in his video? Me personally, the only thing that has me questioning, anything is the fact that how did this guy get past all the security with his guns? That is the thing that's bothering me about this whole situation the most. But anyway, as far as Trump and his ballroom, I mean, like I said, he's gonna get that motherfucker anyway. He's gonna get that motherfucker anyway. But it's very possible that all of this could be faked for him to get his ballroom. It's very possible. It just looks like a lot to fake. It just doesn't feel fake to me. It just seems like that's a lot of effort to get something that he's going to most likely get anyway. I don't know. Maybe am I crazy? I could be crazy. I'm not sure. You can never be too sure with our government. But anyway, let's continue.
Staged this. He fucking staged this to get his goddamn ballroom, and he's not even hiding it. Just watch.
I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
And honestly, this
The way she was flipping him off while I was playing was hilarious to me.
makes what Karoline Leavitt was saying before the event even more fucking damning. She fucking knew.
Is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
Look, if you're
Hold on, real quick. Once again, I don't know, because Karoline Leavitt was referencing Trump's speech. And if anybody with two working ears who's listened to Trump speak ever, you guys know that he is always shooting shots at people. But on the other hand, she could be talking about the shooter, but I just don't believe that. And I could be wrong. Let me know in my comments. Let this finish.
still questioning this man just went to like a back room after shots were fired. He left Melania under a table. He left Karoline Leavitt, who's like 9 months pregnant, under a table.
What the fuck you wanted Trump to do? He's like 80 something. That's not his job to try to save everybody. He can barely move. What the fuck you wanted Trump to do? I don't understand. His Secret Service, it was their job to make sure that those ladies were safe. I mean, right? Am I crazy?
And he was just like rushed off there, not off the grounds, like as though they knew everything else was secure.
Yeah.
Then he comes out and he's like, the show's got to go on. We're going to continue the festivities. But first, a brief intermission while I give this bullshit speech where I let you all know, see, this is why we need the ballroom. Because something like this wouldn't happen in my ballroom. Bullshit. This was all fucking staged.
What do you guys think about what she had to say? Me personally, I don't know. I don't fucking know. This could all be staged. It could be. All this shit could be a fucking big ass hoax to get his ballroom. I don't know, man. It just looked like a lot of effort to stage. It's just a lot. So, right, the guy who did it, he was a black guy. He was an educated guy. So why would he go along with this plan throw his life away, get shot, get arrested. It just seems like a lot. Right? I don't know. Without government, you never know. You know, I don't trust nobody as far as I can throw them. So I wouldn't be surprised if this shit was staged. I just don't know. But anyway, what I do know though, when all this is going on, just look at these people.
Tragically, we've covered shootings, we've covered all sorts of scary and terrible events, but it's not often where you have a loved one next to you in that moment, and you're also.
You seen that shit? Now, God forbid, if the women in this clip were black. Imagine black people if the women in this fucking clip were black. Oh, the amount of racism would have melted the internet. Just look at this shit.
Terrible events, but it's not often where you have a loved one next to you in that moment.
They just steal it. The president was allegedly almost assassinated, and she just like, hey, listen, man, I gotta get my drink on. Oh God. But anyway, so this is another piece of evidence that people are using to say that this whole situation was staged, because almost immediately after the alleged shooting, the alleged assassination attempt, a number of right-wing Twitter pages immediately posted, we need the ballroom, the ballroom, the ballroom, the ballroom, the ballroom, the ballroom, the ballroom. So, I don't know. This does look weird to me. Right? Almost immediately, all at the same time, you guys post this shit about a fucking ballroom. This does look weird. I will admit that. This looks weird. But anyway, I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think down in my comments. This shit could be faked. It could be a real assassination attempt. I don't know either way. That's why we have comments, right, ladies and gentlemen? And share yours with me.